Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
What a windy Wednesday. We've seen it with increasing cloud cover ahead of a cold front that's going to sweep through and change our weather pattern. Colonial Flag Tower cameras showing the southwesterly flow in action this evening in Salt Lake City, with that deck of clouds coming in really thick as we get through the rest of tonight. Highest wind speeds, look at the gusts up in Cache Valley, Salt Lake, Provo. Strong wind, southwesterly wind is a warm wind, and that aided in bringing in warmer temperatures. You notice how on the eastern side of the state we saw some gusts in the basin towards Moab and Blanding, but there are a few spots that were a bit sheltered. The West Desert seeing some gusty conditions. Okay, the warmth, well, it came in a high of 73 in Salt Lake City. That's more than 10 degrees above our seasonal norm in Salt Lake this time of year. Southwesterly flow will often do that, and we saw that October warmth maybe for the last time here with a big pattern change moving through. 70s in the West Desert and towards southern Utah with a high of 77 in St. George. Okay, now temperatures are going to drop massively, and this is the reason why. That cold front on the move with cloud cover increasing and the wet weather noticeable here on the satellite, getting closer and closer and moving into northwestern Utah. We are going to see that wet weather increasing, the potential as we get through tonight. Futurecast takes us through the timing here so you know what to expect. That swath of moisture moving in, and as we get through the overnight, that's when we have the potential to see some heavier rain. That rain will stick around for Thursday morning commuters, so a heads up for the Wasatch Front from Salt Lake County into Utah County by 9 a.m. We still have moisture on the move. We also are going to see that wet weather in eastern Utah, but Cache Valley and the northern Wasatch Front focus on that precipitation for your early morning commute. So that's from 5 to 7 a.m. That's where the wet weather is going to be, and by 9 a.m. it's still impacting us. A northwesterly flow behind the front. With that northwesterly flow, we get colder conditions and unsettled conditions, so precipitation will be more showery by the afternoon. Eventually, the model clears that moisture over into eastern Utah by the evening, but you know what's left behind? Really cold air, and we've got new alerts posted, not just for precipitation, but for that cold air Thursday night into Friday. Let's talk about precipitation type, because above 6,000 feet, we're looking at the potential for accumulating snow. When you make it to the benches, rain's primarily expected, but if those snow levels fall really fast with that colder air, we could maybe see that wintry mix with a few sloppy snowflakes mixing in. Our valleys, though, expected to see straight rain and a healthy amount at that. As we look at those snow totals, we jump to northern Utah. On the rain front, anywhere from a quarter to half an inch for northern and central Utah, but snow potential favoring the Wasatch and the Uintas. We're just a few hours away from accumulating snow and a new alert. 6 to 12 inches in the Cottonwoods, 3 to 10 for the rest of northern and central Utah mountains. Our mountain valleys with falling snow levels could see 1 to 4. That winter alert going into effect at midnight tonight. We're just hours away for the Wasatch and Uintas to be underneath that winter weather advisory. The highest amounts will be in the upper Cottonwoods, but travel conditions could be impacted. Road slush and road snow at the highest peaks, including Sardine Summit, the Cottonwood Canyons, and towards the Uintas. Road slush in many other locations because of the colder air moving in. Speaking of cold, a new freeze watch has been posted this evening, and this is for Thursday night into Friday morning. The Wasatch Front included in this, so is Tooele County as well as Utah County. It's going to hold on until Friday morning with the coldest air of the season. Temperatures dropping below freezing in Salt Lake, 20s at Cache Valley, and Delta outlying areas will be cold. Even St. George looks to get down to the mid-40s. Tonight, though, we'll see those numbers hitting 40 in Salt Lake, staying above freezing in Logan, and 50 degrees in St. George. Daytime highs for your Thursday, a big change thanks to this cold front. 40s expected in northern Utah, 50s in the central portion of the state, and low 70s in St. George. The Wasatch Front bringing in soggy conditions, so be ready for that change. Here's the St. George 7-day, which shows the 70s falling into the 60s. A decline in temperatures with winds picking up. Halloween looks nice with the mid-60s and sunshine, though. Here's the Wasatch Front. 40s holding steady. We could get a little more moisture on Saturday, keeping a close eye on it. That reinforcing shot of cold air, though, keeps us in the 40s for a stretch of days. Halloween looking dry with rebounding temperatures. Back to you.